Hey Detoxers, Improve here, welcome back to another video. So this is one that I've been wanting to make for a while now. Basically in this video, it's about, just knows I've got a new king size bed. Little rage Rex, no I'm kidding. But basically this video is a serious one, and it's just again for a wake up call for modern man. Ever since, the lockdown, it made me realise, because looking back at the lockdown, I regret gaming too much. I gamed a bit too much. Like instead of, doing max maybe 4 hours, I'd instead do like a fucking over 8 hour session. Of course, I don't even game for 4 hours anymore. The max I'd do, if need be, like as a one off, is 2 hours. But even that, I normally aim for 1.5 hours tops. But yeah, it was just, not only did it make me just realise to be more grateful in life because people were literally dying. Some of the cases, though, YouTube might fucking take this down afterwards, but I still agree that some of the actual people that did die, when it said that the numbers were getting high, like, it was past, like, I think 300,000 at one point. I can't remember the statistics, but it was something bullshit like that. It was like, surely max maybe 20,000 people. But yeah, it just got really, really skyrocketed high. And I was like, this is getting a bit, far-fetched, but basically, I did feel isolated. You'd think I was, the most depressed during then, but I wasn't. I was depressed the year afterwards, because the year afterwards, I felt, held back still. I'm still in school at the moment, and I kind of wish that, I was in college at the moment, but it's got to be a bit more waiting, and I still haven't been able to do my GCSEs yet, which is a really huge letdown. I really feel like I could just be, progressing more and getting ready to get into the real world, because right now I'm not in the real world. I'm in the education system still, which sucks ass. Another thing is just like, obviously I was a naive 17-year-old who thought, oh, lockdown, that's good because, I get to game more and no school. But little did I know it wasn't as good as I thought it was. I only enjoyed it the first month. The first month I was fine, I enjoyed it a few weeks, but afterwards I was like, man, not only is homeschooling boring, so it's not really away from school. School still had to be involved. So it was decent because the lessons, I remember, only lasted an hour. Literally, it was just an hour and that was it. So it wasn't too bad, but I kind of wish that the lessons, looking back to it, was at least 3 hours, so to keep it more occupied. So that didn't really feel the best. I've already stayed about a game too much, and I had quite a few late nights. It sucked ass because I got the Rona in the second lockdown, so not the first and the second one, because just before the second, we were stupidly put back into school, which even on paper I knew was going to be a bad idea, because I knew as soon as that happened it would spread like wildfire, and it fucking did. Yeah, it's just half of me is grateful that lockdown happened, because it was. This is a theory, and this again might get the video taken down, but I feel like lockdown might have been a inside job. The whole virus, I won't say the actual other word, but the virus. The whole virus was, I feel like it was planned. I believe in that. I think that was more possible than the Earth being flat, is that it was an inside job. The whole, demic, I'm going to call it demic for short, instead of calling it what it actually is, for lockdown. But the demic was, yeah, I feel like it was planned. It was a almost like a social experiment. Full on Joey Salad shit. Which I still remember how cringe that YouTube was. I just brought him up just to be a a pity reference to that scumbag of a YouTuber. Another thing is, the year afterwards, again, things started to take a toll for me. I didn't really feel, I only felt positive for like 3 months of 2021. And then as soon as late April passed, I started to get mental burdens. I met like this Norwegian woman who, again, is old enough to be my mom and, from my dad's terms, a grandma, which is harsh to her, but she was really attractive. Not only did she sound nice, she had a nice personality, and I know ages ago I should stop talking about it, but I tend to bring her up sometimes, just like how Hamza brings up, his exes. Sometimes you need to just reference them because it's a stage that you've been through in your life, and it's the importance of remembering and showing how much you've moved on. And this is a serious lesson for you detoxers. You'll go through a stage in your life where you tell yourself that you've moved on, but deep down you haven't. You're not, as long as you're not as clingy to that past person anymore, you've technically moved on. As long as you're not, overthinking it. She still lingers in my head, but it's not as much as it was fucking a year ago. Like in like mid 2022, like June, July-ish, it was really, the thoughts were lingering in me, like, fuck, I miss her and all that. But it feels good letting go. If I ever bumped into her in Norway, then I'd say hi to her, have a quick conversation, and then if she wanted to be friends with me again, I don't think I'd take it. I don't think I'd take that offer. Many respect to her, and I'm grateful that she was a part of my life, and it felt good at the time. It's not really, I was acting a bit like a degenerate, but I wasn't. I never asked her for nudes. I never gave her nudes. So, if anything in the future she finds out about it and starts to spew facts like that, then they're false, because never have I ever done that. We got close to sexting. That happened a few times, but besides from that, no further done than that. The other thing is just, again, about the whole, self-improvement side of things. I started to get into self-improvement late 2021. So it's still, even though it's a year after lockdown, it still correlates to, a year after. Still after that, a lot of people thought it got better, but deep down, things haven't got better since lockdown. After lockdown, people become more aware. They've had a glow up, a literal glow up, where they're like, fuck, I need to sort my life out badly. And that's how I started to feel, after 2021, I felt my worst. My mental health was really down low. I was suicidal. My depression was fucking huge. And the year after, I wasn't as depressed, but my anxiety was still lingering. I started to be grateful for more things, like, all difficulty and trauma and negativity I had to put up through my life, and just to feel like, fuck, thank goodness I'm not blind, deaf, or both. That's not, you're not really living if you're experiencing shit like that. It just feels like you're a tyrant. It's fucking horrible. Straight out, it just feels like straight out of a Jordan Peterson quote. If you don't know who he is, he was a lecturer at some university, and he's been famous ever since. And toxic woke feminists say he's also a misogynist like Andrew Tate, but he's not. I have more respect for Peterson than Andrew Tate, to be honest. And they're both religious. They both have different religions. But all I wanted to lead up to last is, I hope, if you're suffering from not really PTSD, but just dark memories of during lockdown, after lockdown, it's going to be okay. It will. I got to remind myself every day that I missed all the. I think that's the word. I'd missed. It's like AD. Like I missed. Where it's like it's like through it all. I just gotta learn as much as I can, because I could die next year for all I know. World War III could start. I know I might be delusional, but after seeing rumours on the internet, and this was back in early 2022, just before February, people were spreading rumors, oh, Putin's going to fucking, you know, invade Ukraine. And he started trying to invade it, and ever since then, it's been a year, and it's just been getting worse. Every time I try not to consume too much news, but I tend to, check a few. I don't just check different all news articles throughout the day, but, I'll check, just one or two Ukraine ones, and then maybe just one other random news one. But I don't just consume news for like at least over an hour or something like that. I do it like for a few minutes, maybe like 20 minutes max, because that's like, only 3 different articles. I never pass 3. I don't watch news on the TV anymore. I check it on my phone. That's pretty much it. So I hope you guys find your purpose someday, like I'm trying to do. My main purpose, I'm hoping to be some days YouTube and maybe make an online business or some course. But YouTube's been my dream, ever since I first discovered YouTube. I was like, God, like it was near that time. I only found out that YouTube was a job, I think, when I was like 12 or 13. But when I was younger, I still loved YouTube, and it was just, I could feel it. There was like an aura almost. I was determined that I wanted this to be my job. So hopefully 5 years from now, that dream will come true. The Detox is a death. Take care. Peace.